Alright guys, so I'm headed to the Superstore in Hannibal. What is today, like March 11th I think. And so it's been a while since I have seen any fresh video or prices or anything on what the Superstore is working with right now. And so I just wanted to chat for a little bit. Hopefully I can get some opinions from you guys or see what you're thinking on various things. You know, as we all know, the prices went up quite a bit over the last 2 years, and in particular last year. And so I am wondering what you guys are thinking, you know, with prices and all that. Were they a little too expensive for you? Were they about still, you know, a pretty reasonable range? You know, even wholesale that I buy a lot of, it went up quite a bit last year. Snyder's was still, you know, they were really reasonable with their prices. But, you know, as we know too, the Superstore, I mean, they're obviously, from top to bottom, they still have the best prices. You know, but their artillery shells really went up a lot last year, and the pricing on their shells were really no better than even the places back home, which was disappointing to see. I mean, I know they've got to work with shipping costs and everything like that, you know, like everyone else does, but it, you know, one of the big things about the Superstore is, you know, the second big thing is their prices, you know, along with the massive selection they have. But anyway, I've seen some videos coming out fairly recently. From some different YouTubers that one of them, I think they did Moapa Fireworks, and there was another from Wild Wilma's, and then even the Red Apple one, they had a lot of, you know, somebody's done a couple of those. The two, Wild Wilma and Moapa, they both had lowered their prices, I think, fairly significantly, because shipping is going down. And I know the Red Apple had a lot of stuff, you know, that was marked down really significantly. So I'm really curious to see what we're going to see here at the Superstore. If they're still pretty much rolling with the same prices they had last year, if they've decided to lower their prices at all too. Obviously, I mean, their 500 grams are still, you know, from top to bottom, the cheapest anybody's going to find anywhere. Their 200 grams pretty much, you know, on par with most places, and their shells are about the same, or even maybe a little bit higher on average, at least than the couple of places that I shop at, you know, back in what is it, northwestern Missouri. So yeah, just real curious to see what we're going to see here. I'm curious to know what you guys are anticipating with the season this year. I know one of the big things, I've talked to multiple wholesalers, and one of the big issues they're facing this year is they had booming sales, you know, those couple of years when everybody was getting stimulus money, and they were also at the same time having all that trouble getting stuff shipped in. And so then they all put in massive orders, and last year sales were down a little bit, but then they all ended up getting in all the stuff that they ordered. They weren't expecting to get it all in, but with the shipping had cleared up enough that they got it all in. And a couple of the wholesalers I've talked to said they even got some stuff in that they had been waiting on for quite a long time. And so all these places are massively stocked up. I know, like the Superior has lowered their wholesale pricing. I haven't seen any lowering from Spirit of 76 just yet. Hopefully they do, because they're usually a little bit higher priced than everyone else. Some things quite a bit. Garrett's Fireworks, out in basically the middle of Kansas. You know, they're the ones that carry Major League Pyro. They carry Grand Patriot, and one other brand. It's escaping me at the moment. I know they've lowered their wholesale pricing, and I'm anticipating Snyder's to lower theirs some too. But again, they are generally have the lowest average prices of any of the wholesalers that I pay any attention to. I know the Superstore isn't a wholesale, but they do bring in as much fireworks as most wholesale companies, and more than a number of them. And I know they order directly, so they do get, you know, the same type of they basically pay the same price as any wholesale company. So I'll just be curious to see kind of what they have decided to do this year. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys expect this year, what you guys are hearing, you know, and what you guys are kind of thinking about the prices. I know for me, I mean, I absolutely love fireworks, but there's a limit to how much I'll pay. I mean, I'm not going to pay $130 for any box of artillery shells, you know, unless it's something like the Old Glories or the Masters or something like that. I mean, I'm not, you know, for any just run-of-the-mill box of artillery shells, I'm not paying that kind of money for them. And because maybe I'm a little bit spoiled, but, you know, I've got two really good retail locations close by. I've got some, you know, really good wholesale place close by. And of course, I've got, you know, fairly decent access to the Superstore. I live about 3.5 hours away. So there is a limit to what I'll pay for fireworks. I mean, you know, I know the industry as a whole obviously wants to keep the prices down because they want to sell their stuff. And I personally expect sales to be down a lot, you know, compared to say 2 years ago, just because of all the various situations everybody's dealing with right now. But anyway, hopefully I'll get some real good footage for you guys. I know I'm going to do the discount section, number of the 500 grams, probably most of 200 grams. We'll see what they're working with on new shell kits. If they've got a number of new ones in, I'll go ahead and get those. Or if they have changed the pricing, I'll go ahead and show you the new pricing on that stuff. I don't know if I said a discount section, but I'll be getting that. And so anyway, guys, hopefully I'll be able to get some good footage for you. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully you guys are seeing a lot of good stuff, you know, that you're hoping to see. Greetings from Bumblebee at the Superstore. $100, 60, 300 on this one. Alien Encounters, 300. $100 Superstar, $100 Events of the Night. 40. 65 Livewire. 60. This one is 450. Windy City. Breaking Bad is 75. 50. 100 here. 34. Candy Crush. 30. 34. Angry Bird Snowblind is 160. 70 for each of these Sinners and Saints. 34. 19 on Demon Eyes. 20. 20 here. Mass Destruction is 250. 40. $80 on MTK. 60. 60. Here's this version of Big Jack, $60. Nice, back down, good price. And 70 on Winning Colors.